What is up, guys? Eric here from EVM Productions, here with kind of my secondary UFC 326 video regarding who I think should fight who. And I'm trying to think now. Let me just go down the list. We'll start with Charles Oliveira and Max, but yeah, I'm not going to go over all of the guys. Like, let's go over 3 fights because I'm going to make this video shorter. Alright, let's start with Max and Charles Oliveira, by obviously starting with Max because he lost. Because again, it's easier to figure who Oliveira has to fight. With Max, I think he needs a striker at lightweight. It's so sad that Ruffy already has a fight at the White House with Chandler because, hey, wait, let's do Max Holloway versus Paddy Pimblett. I think that would be a good fight. Both lost reasonably badly. One is a grappler, semi-grappler striker, and the other one is obviously a GOAT at featherweight, sorry. That would be a very fun fight. Like, this will show if Paddy is championship material by beating a former champion and a former BMF title holder. And for Max, it will show if he can beat a grappler, because I know Benoit Saint-Denis is there, but Benoit Saint-Denis is on the way to fight some of the bigger competition at lightweight, which maybe he should fight Charles Oliveira. Makes a lot more sense. A lot more sense, because Arman already fought Charles Oliveira and beat him. And I think Arman should wait for the winner of Gaethje versus Topuria. Unless Topuria says, here's the belt, I'm going for 170, which is a dumb idea in my opinion in some ways, but I hope rather Arman gets his shot. Or he should be the backup for that fight at the White House card. Sorry guys, I'm just checking. This is a public gym, so anybody can walk in here at any moment. Okay, cool. Who's next? Let's talk about Reinier de Ridder. De Ridder, he needs to take the time off and get his cardio and all this other stuff up again, and then work on his striking, well, let me say defense as well as timing, because what I saw is he needs to time things better. But who's he going to fight then? That's the problem. Because he's not in title contention, so you need somebody in the top 15. I really don't know who should fight him. Some of the up-and-coming guys are in the top 15. And I can't think of anybody off the top of my head right now because I'm a bit tired. And it's frustrating because then brain fog sets in with me with my chronic illness. Alright, for now, put that one on ice. I think I'll get an idea after this. For Kyle, he's also in a weird position because we have Sean Strickland in line to fight Hamzat. Then Dricus, if he gets one, Brendan Allen, that in my opinion should be after that. Imavov. So maybe Imavov versus Brendan Allen should happen in between, but Imavov is there. Been waiting for so long. He kind of lost his title shot now. Then Dricus. That's 5 people already. Wait, let me just be sure because my maths might be wrong. Strickland, Brendan Allen, Imavov, Dricus. Then we have, what's his face? Fluffy Hernandez that just lost. But he lost. And see, I don't want Hernandez versus Reinier because that's a bad fight for Reinier. Especially based on what I saw. Like, he wouldn't even need to go to the ground. Who's else in the top 15, top 5 right now? This is a really problematic situation. We need the logjam to get unlocked, because Hamzat not fighting as often as Dricus or Adesanya, etc., or Alex, means we have these logjams. So many fighters, actually you can get their shot. Like, this is a problem. This is a big problem, and everybody thinks that Hamzat is not injured because he's training with Khalil, or he's training injured, which is so dumb if he is. And then he's constantly thinking to go up to light heavyweight for out of the blue, which means just like, dude, drop the belt and go for it then, because you're causing such a log jam at this weight class. If Khamzat fights in August, we can have 2 fights at that point already that can be a title eliminator. And then what happens with Sean Strickland? Because 4 or 5 people waiting. You see, I think if we work well here, Caio fights Dricus. I think he should fight Dricus. And then Dricus should fight one more fight. I know it's rough to say that because of his record before he lost, but you can't really say he shouldn't fight twice because of how he lost in any way. Like, he needs to prove himself against the grappler. So get him Kai, then maybe Imavov. Or Kai, then Allen. Or the winner of Allen versus Imavov. Yeah, I think that's the better idea. And obviously the winner of Kai and Dricus goes this route. Then Strickland can fight for the belt and we get some resolution there. And the loser of that fight can fight anybody in the top 5 there. I'm just saying it like that because this is a real big log jam. And it's so frustrating in a way because really this shouldn't have been a problem for so long now, but we knew when the title swapped hands. I was like, Khamzat isn't the guy he was in 2020 or 2021. This is not going to happen. Oh well, sad. Really sad. Let's move on to Raul Rosas Jr. real quick. I want to take these 3 fights as an example. Junior needs to fight anybody in the top 15, but I think maybe Cody Garbrandt because of the win just now. If Dominic Cruz is still up for a fight because he's still in the rankings. Who else is still there? Because Sandhagen isn't going to fight Sean O'Malley, we can have that, but poor Sandhagen, because the grappling heavy style is a problem for him, clearly. Like, he can defend it, but because of his girth, as MMA Shea would say, he struggles to get these guys off of him. Like, this is a problem, but that's a good fight. Who else? Marcus McGee, but I don't know where he's sitting in the rankings right now. Merab. We know Merab wants one of the top fights. That's the thing. Merab will have one of the top fights and then try to fight Peter Yan. Or maybe he's gonna fight Peter Yan in the trilogy. So, I don't know. But Umar is still there. And we can have these crazy fights. But yeah, this is a problem situation because we need to wait for O'Malley versus, what's his face, on the White House card to happen. You see, kind of a logjam already there, but not a big one. We know it moves faster. Jan isn't the guy that's scared to fights twice a year or once a year because of injuries. But if he fights Merab, then the rest of the division has to wait a tiny bit. This is just frustrating. And then for Rob Font, I think he's going to fall out of the rankings. So anybody just below the top 15 for him? I don't know. But yeah, with Rob Font, the way he was standing was a problem. I knew that his front lead leg, whichever direction he was, which fight stance he was in, because he went switching the whole time. He was leaning too hard on his front leg. That means your front leg is open for the grappler. So if he's southpaw, let's say, this is my orthodox now to you guys. So he's southpaw, they're close to each other. Let's say the chair here, which you guys are on, whoop, and got your leg, and that's the problem. Or got your leg, boop, boop, start taking you down. And when he was switching the whole time, only thing that Raul did was square up a tiny bit so he can shoot. You see. So yeah, my brain is a bit mush, so excuse that I don't get some of the names and stuff, but that's who I think these guys should fight. Anyway guys, cheers.